Guys, listen, tonight's episode on the Big Brother Naija lockdown reunion show was very emotional for me. I was close to tears because seeing KA3NA break down that way, explaining how much she was neck deep into her relationship, her friendship with Lucy in the house, and then coming out, Lucy did not give her that acknowledgement that she deserved as a friend. Guys, to be very honest, I felt very bad. I felt very, very bad. And I was just wondering, like, okay, what could be the reason? What could be the reason? And I never even knew that KA3NA actually unfollowed rather, almost all the housemates on Instagram. I think basically Instagram and Twitter. I think she was following, or even till now, still following only maybe 3 people, or should I say even up until the time that the reunion was recorded. And when Ebuka asked her, of course, probably because of how she portrayed herself in the house, that very, very hard to crack boss lady, self-acclaimed boss lady, some of the housemates, they felt like it was because they were friends with Nengi. That was why she unfollowed them. But then in the midst of all the talking, somebody actually said something that really, really pissed me off, and I felt like throwing my shoes at that person's coconut head. Everybody was complaining about, okay, not everybody, but some of the housemates like Wathoni, Tolanibaj, they were saying that the reason why they feel KA3NA unfollowed them on Instagram is because from Tolanibaj, because they went to Nengi's birthday party and KA3NA does not have a relationship with Nengi, so they kept on posting and KA3NA probably got tired and unfollowed all of them. For Wathoni, she felt like, it's because nobody was really engaging with KA3NA's post on Instagram, like likes, comments, and the rest of it. And then Praise had to open his big mouth and say rubbish. Praise opened his mouth and said that, the kind of person that KA3NA is that if she's quarreling with somebody, she does not like you to be friends with that person. She wants you to inherit her quarrel. And I'm like, shut up! Like, dude, shut up! Listen, guys, if you all had followed the show while it was still airing, you would have noticed that the only person in that house that was actually big on problems, on issues, on inherited quarrels was Praise. Praise will have an issue with KA3NA or Lucy. Instead of him to stand there and say his truth and defend himself and squash the issue, he will go and report them to every other member of the household. In fact, not just KA3NA and Lucy, but whenever Praise had issues with anybody in the house, he will go and tell the gist to every other person and indirectly try to convince them to have issues with the person that he was having problems with. He did that with Praise and Lucy and KA3NA. He also did it when Kiddwaya and Erica were head of house and deputy. When he was complaining that, there was no food, he was mobilizing people like Laycon, what's his name, Neo, I think Prince. He was telling them, kind of trying to poison their mind. So the hypocrisy of it all, guys, was just too disgusting. I'm like, Praise, please just shut up. Shut up and sit down there. But for real though, guys, this is something I really, really want to understand. What kind of relationship was KA3NA expecting to have with Lucy? Because to be very honest, from all she was saying tonight, it goes beyond a regular friendship, because I don't understand how you claim to want loyalty from someone and then you are taking it so deep to the extent of blocking the person, or rather unfollowing the person on social media, all because you're not cool with one person and then this person is now on talking terms with Nengi. So because of that, you just concluded that Lucy was not loyal to you. Also because the way she was really, really taking it deep, crying and all of that. And to be honest, she actually confused everybody. She confused Ebuka, she confused the rest of the housemates, she confused me, she even confused Lucy too. Because Lucy kept on saying that, KA3NA, I need to understand what exactly is the problem. Because for real, we are adults, yeah? Or they are adults, not me. For real, you guys are adults, yeah? So if you have issues with me and you claim to be my very good friend, that we're almost like sisters, then I believe that you should tell me, you should have a conversation about it with me. But according to Lucy, KA3NA did not say anything. She just unfollowed Lucy on social media. And then Lucy said she saw it on blogs. People were sending her DMs that, what happened between you and KA3NA? And so when she texted Lucy or chatted with Lucy that, babe, what's going on? I just saw what's happening. Lucy was like, yeah, I need loyalty. I don't need a friend that's not loyal, blah, 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 blah. And I can understand Lucy's confusion, because if you are sending that kind of vibe, it should come with an explanation. But KA3NA gave no explanation whatsoever. So they were just going around and around and around in circles, or she was just going around and around. And Ebuka said something that's quite interesting that look, in as much as you say that you people are close but not to the extent of being couples, I mean, even in marriage unions, when two people are married, it's very weird how one of the partners will be upset with the other partner and then choose to remain quiet about it. Don't you think you actually went extreme by not bearing out your heart to Lucy, but just going ahead and being upset with Lucy? And guys, Katrina's own conclusion was that, oh, if Lucy does not understand and did not know why she was upset with her, then Lucy was never her true friend. And I'm wondering, like, wow, this is quite complicated. And the interesting thing again is that Lucy claims that she does not know that Katrina actually ever had issues with Nengi. And now it's making me suspect that, is it because of what Ozo must have told Katrina about Nengi? Yeah, remember on the day 1 or 2 of this reunion show, I think day 1, Katrina rather had revealed that Ozo had come to our hotel room to tell her that please, she should assist him in making Nengi jealous, and that was exactly what they did, you know. So guys, this whole thing is just really, really shady, I swear. And then again, we had the situation between Kaisha and Katrina. So apparently they had gone for an outing which had Kaisha's mom and her sister present, and according to Kaisha, her annoyance at Katrina, what resulted into some kind of physical shoving from Kaisha towards Katrina, was the fact that her mom kind of liked Katrina and wanted to have a photograph with Katrina. But then Kaisha was so upset that Katrina, being the self-acclaimed boss lady, instructed Kaisha's sister to tell the mom to come over to where she was for the picture. And that really, really pissed off Kaisha because she felt like that was really disrespectful. I mean, guys, as a matter of fact, I feel like that was rude. That was disrespectful. That was extremely demeaning of Katrina to have done. Like, that was a very demeaning energy from Katrina towards Kaisha's mom. And then Kaisha was at first refusing to say what she did, but then apparently she had gone over to Katrina and had removed Katrina's sunshades and had shoved Katrina in the head like this. Guys, I'm watching. It's as if the out of the house drama is now more than the in-house drama, I swear down. Now, whilst Kaisha was explaining all of those things, of course, she was getting overly emotional. She was getting really, really upset and tense. She kept on mentioning that, oh, that she just wanted to keep quiet whilst Lucy and Katrina were having their back-to-back earlier on. But if she wanted to add her mouth, there were a lot of things that Lucy had actually told her, but she just doesn't want to say anything about it. And I'm wondering, like, Lucy has been gossiping with Kaisha about Katrina, but you know the funny thing, guys, I won't be surprised because outside the house, even the worst of the worst housemates who did not really have any relationship inside the house, they suddenly became friends. They suddenly became pally-pallies. And one of such connections was between Lucy and Kaisha, although their relationship kind of went south when they had that encounter with the Nigerian police one late evening when they were in an Uber and then they were stopped on the road. So guys, a lot of crazy things had happened, and then the whole drama now evolved into a full-blown quarrel between Lucy and Kaisha. The quarrel came up as a result of the fact that, yeah, Kaisha was getting overly emotional. She was angry. She was already all heated up, and of course now Katrina, in a very annoying way, just sat down where she was and she was like, listen, I'm not a violent person, so you hit me on the head, but I chose not to hit you back. I chose not to be violent in public. And then Kaisha gave Ebuka a command that, Ebuka, I don't want anybody to talk about my mom anymore because I feel it's disrespectful. And then Lucy was talking about fruits and something else, and then Kaisha went ahead to go and start yelling at Lucy. And then Lucy was like, is your mom a fruit? I wasn't talking about your mom. And then guys, the audacity, I mean, it's the audacity of Kaisha carrying a pillow and throwing it violently at Lucy. And guys, guess what? Although they did not show us what happened though, but rumor has it that Lucy got up and smacked Kaisha's face with Ebuka's shoe. To be very honest, I don't know if you heard this rumor, but Ebuka's shoe did the job via the hands of Lucy, and then Kaisha actually bled. I heard that she was actually bleeding from her mouth or wherever, I don't know. But then people's wigs flew out of the way, because much later on, we saw some behind the scenes footages where Lucy was angry and saying that, yo, you think you are the only one that is mad, right? I will show you madness and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow. When did it get to this level? This is crazy, crazy. And then there was also the small drama between Tochi and KA3NA. And guys, to be very honest, I have a whole lot to talk about that drama. So if you look at it properly, it's not like Tochi actually had a serious issue with KA3NA, but Tochi just decided to be the defender of the lockdown housemates. Because what was Ebuka asking him? Very, very simple question. Oh, what do you have to say, or blah, 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 just for me to paraphrase now. You know, what do you have to say about KA3NA on following all the rest of the housemates in the house? And then Tochi went on a charade, angrily, complaining, ranting, raving. Who are you? Why will you follow everybody? And then you go onto Twitter. He was just basically complaining about all of the plenty tweets that KA3NA had been putting out there. Now, in as much as I do not support anything that KA3NA was actually doing on Twitter, you know, trolling some of the housemates, making some very, very sly remarks here and there, the major question I had in my mind was, Tochi, which one be your own? I mean, I was amazed because Ebuka kept on asking him, you know, so what is the exact thing? See, of all the things that Tochi was saying, there was no, he could not actually pinpoint what KA3NA exactly did to him to make him upset at KA3NA. All he needed to do was just give his opinion. But then he was like, nobody cares about you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, did you have issues with KA3NA directly inside the house? And guys, this is the deal. This is the deal. Tochi did the same thing yesterday with Wathoni, and then he's coming to give a repeat of the same thing with KA3NA. Listen, if you notice, there are some of the housemates that when conversations are ongoing, it's not like they do not have anything to say or contribute, but they would rather just allow these other housemates to trash out their issues themselves. Although Tochi made a lot of cogent points, but then I still had my own questions, like, dude, what is your exact problem? Okay, he mentioned one or two things. Oh yes, in the house, you are not giving me your food. I say, oh, so now the food, now they paying you. I thought she was still complaining that, oh, and the food was not sweet. But then, I like what KA3NA said. The food was not sweet, but you were eating it. But you were upset when the food did not get to your turn. Like, dude, what? What the heck? What the heck? Listen, guys, this gist is overwhelming. This gist is plenty. I need enough time to actually cool my head because tonight's episode was filled with a lot of shoutings. It was quite emotional. Yes, I felt KA3NA's purgation of emotion, but at the same time, I was also blaming her that, look, girl, you call yourself a boss lady and you're still not really mature. Because if you claim that, oh, somebody hurt you, you are not deaf and dumb and your mouth is not sealed, stopped you from actually talking about it with the person whom you call your friend that is even closer than a sister? That's Lucy. But instead, you got upset, you took the extreme measure, you took the highway by unfollowing her on Instagram. For me, I just felt like that was completely senseless. Anyways, guys, this is where I'm going to end this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. I will see you all on another episode. Don't go anywhere. Have an amazing night's rest. Bye.